Hello all and welcome back to Tim in Japan, the Genki Vlogs. Today we will be going on a tour of one of Tokyo's wealthiest neighborhoods, Ginza. First stop, ChukaSoba Ginza HachiGou for Michelin star ramen. Now this was a very interesting experience. Enjoy some B-roll while I explain the process. The shop itself is very small, a counter with a single chef and only 6 seats. We got there about 30 minutes before opening and waited in total about 2.5 hours. Besides the chef, there is one other worker who regularly comes out of the shop and checks the line, ensuring everyone is standing in a single file line and knows the rules of the shop. After nearing the front of the first line, you must enter the shop and purchase your desired meal from the vending machine. You then take the ticket back out to the line where you give it to the worker. This allows the chef to begin preparing the meals ahead of time. They are very strict about the rules. When you enter to eat, you may take a picture, eat your food, and then leave. No additions, no substitutions, no alterations. And amazingly, the entire bowl is less than $11 US. And finally, after a long wait, here it is, the glorious bowl of noodles. Stunningly beautiful, precise presentation. While it is a shio broth, it is unlike any I've ever had. The noodles and toppings are cooked to perfection with the utmost quality and attention to detail. The dashi is light, yet surprisingly deep and complex. It was, without a doubt, the most technically impressive bowl of ramen I've ever had. I would definitely recommend it, but I also wouldn't blame you if you skipped it, since there are so many incredible noodle shops in Japan, especially without all of the strict rules and long wait time. And with lunch done, we are on our way out, heading to the next destination, the Ginza Six Building, an extremely premium establishment with lots of high-end shops, but we have a specific destination in mind, Tsutaya Books. This store is remarkable. Immediately upon entering is this mini sort of Starbucks reserve with a beautiful wisteria tree. The shop itself is basically a combined art exhibit and bookstore all in one. They have a plethora of Japanese artifacts and incredible display pieces. And apparently they're all actually for sale if you can afford it. They had these phenomenal artisan Japanese katana put up for display. The whole place is littered with these spectacular works of art. It's basically like browsing a private collection of carefully curated art pieces, both archaic and modern. The store itself has this marvelously upscale layout, giving off an elegant and refined atmosphere. And right in the middle of the book section is a rotating art display by a chosen contemporary artist. There are also plenty of manga for sale, and these beautiful pressed flower paperweights and display pieces. All along the perimeter were these incredibly detailed statues and sculptures set up in a sort of diorama fashion. There's such an eclectic mix of all different kinds of interesting media here. Just a smattering of really unique stuff that you could only find in a place like this, including exorbitantly expensive pens. Ever wonder what a 1.3 million yen pen looks like? Well, today's your lucky day. And now it's time for another coffee break. Matching the vibes of the store, this Starbucks has artistic teacups for browsing and sale. And for coffee, we got the heavily advertised seasonal coffee cola from Starbucks, an ice-blended fusion of cola and coffee flavors. And for this coffee break, we head up to the Rooftop garden. Entering into the main plaza, there is an interactive color block art display for kids to play on. The Rooftop is this super chill, gorgeously landscaped place to sit and enjoy the atmosphere. The cola coffee itself was pretty good. The bitterness of the coffee and the sweetness of the cola played well together, plus ice-blended drinks are always very refreshing on a warm spring day. The garden itself is spectacular. It's hard to believe that this wide open space in the middle of downtown Ginza, with its immaculately manicured plant life and spectacular views, is just freely available for anybody to come and spend some time relaxing, soaking it all in. A very classy, refined, and beautiful space to spend some time relaxing. The entire area is surrounded with crystal clear window panes, giving sweeping views of the surrounding skyscrapers. If you ever find yourself in downtown Ginza, you owe it to yourself to come and check this place out. Heading back down, we decided to go just across the street to investigate Tokyo's flagship Uniqlo store. In the main entrance are these really unique, eclectic art displays featuring all of their clothing and goods. The store itself has 12 distinct floors, with something for just about everybody. The 11th floor is home to an amazing display of their rotating Uniqlo tees. They also had these interesting collabs with local Ginza stores on shirts and tote bags. Some really cool, unique, interesting stuff here. On the 5th floor is the very special My Uniqlo shop, where you can custom screen print your own designs on just about anything they sell in the store. Screen printing is same day, but custom embroidery takes 3 weeks, so plan ahead. And attached is another large building just across a small bridge. A very high-profile, high-end fashion store, full of a bunch of different little boutique shops from designer brands, the kind of place where t-shirts start at $200. A bit rich for my blood, but hey, if that's your thing, this is where you want to be. Next, we headed to a nearby Family Mart for a little evening snack. Downtown Tokyo is noticeably devoid of places to just hang out at, so we took our food back up to the Ginza Six rooftop garden. It ended up being a great choice because we were able to enjoy the splendid golden hour views of the city. Even though we were here just a little while ago, everything takes on a whole new character in the glow of the golden hour sunset. A great, chill, and tasty little snack break. Finally got to try out the famous Famichiki and the Pizzaman. Next, we took a stroll down Ginza's main shopping district, observing plenty of shops I'm too poor to step foot in. And finally we arrive at our next stop, Ancora. This is a specialty stationery/calligraphy store where the main draw is the ability to build your own custom-designed fountain pen. You get to choose each individual part and bring it to the front for assembly. 大丈夫、大丈夫。Behind the counter is a trained technician and plenty of specialized assembly hardware. They then build the pen right in front of you. A very cool, unique, and interesting souvenir. There is a certain level of precision and attention to detail here. At less than $50, I think it was totally worth the price. Here's the final product. This was my wife's design, and I really think it came out great. After a busy day, we needed a chill, easygoing dinner, And so we finally tried out cocoa curry for the first time in Japan. First cocoa curry in Japan. Super excited. Cocoa curry is probably my favorite curry ever. It's a massive chain in Japan with locations just about everywhere. They have dozens of different toppings available, and you can choose your sweetness and spiciness level, as well as how much rice you want. I love that it's like half the price that it is in the US. It is so good and comforting. If you've never had cocoa curry, you must check this place out. It's a Japanese staple. And one last stop before heading back, we checked out a local branch of Mr. Donut. Finishing things off, here was our dessert for the day. This konbini milk pudding is spectacular. It's like 100 yen, it's super jiggly, soft, creamy, and tasty. Highly recommend it. And this unique coolish flavor, white chocolate and strawberry, I couldn't believe how creamy it is. Essentially ice cream in a convenient little pouch. Also, we got lucky and managed to snag some unique sold-out Starbucks Reserve Sakura cups. Hey guys, so we just got back for the evening, but I wanted to vlog this to remember because we went to this store where you make your own fountain pen. We met like the cutest girls there because I was like, oh, is it okay if I film you making the pen? And I pulled out my big camera, you know, and she was like, oh, she was so surprised by it. And I was like, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel. And I was like, speaking in Japanese, and my Japanese is like, okay, like it's passable, I think. I was able to get my point across. And at first she was making it, and she's like, oh, I'm nervous now making the pen, and because of my camera and everything. And then I started making it. I mean, she started making it, and then I was like filming it, and after she made it, she's like, oh, she gave me like an iPad, and she's like, put in your YouTube channel and let me like see the channel. So then she like went and she looked at it, and then her like coworker came out and she's like, oh, look, he has a YouTube channel. And then they're like, look at that, like, wow, like 2,000 subscribers, and they're like so excited. And then like I was like talking to them in Japanese, and one of them was like, oh, Ghibli, like I love Ghibli films. And I was like showing her all the stuff I made, and she's like, oh yeah, my favorite Ghibli film is Whisper of the Heart. And I was like, oh, I have a Whisper of the Heart video, and I showed her the little thumbnail, and she's like, oh, and then she was like so excited, and she's like, I'm gonna go home and look you up and everything. And then like they were both so excited, and it totally just like made all of our day, I think, and it was great. And yeah, just this really cool, neat little shop in Ginza. If you ever want to make your own fountain pen, go and hit them up and tell them I sent you, I guess, if they even know the name of my channel. But yeah, just wanted to get that down. So see you guys later. And that will about do it for the Tokyo Ginza vlog. Hope you guys all enjoyed. The ramen was unforgettable. Ginza is an upscale neighborhood with lots of different restaurants and elegant shops, a very fun place to do some window shopping with amazing food offerings. Definitely check it out. It's a great place to explore and get a taste of how the other half lives. But that will about do it for this vlog. As always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out my Instagram and stop by the Discord for more Tim in Japan. And I will end things here with a preview of the next episode. Catch you all in the next one.